Hey, everybody, it's Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. And we have with us again Bre Fernie from Tech Talks. Bre, thank
Hi,
you for
Doug.
joining us again.
Hi.
In this episode, Bre is introducing her colleague, Joe Thelander, an expert in specializing in HPE, Aruba, EdgeConnect, and SD-WAN solutions. Bre and Joe work together on several accounts at Aruba, helping enterprises with their SD-WAN initiatives. Joe, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited to introduce one of my favorite sales partners, Joe Thelander. So Joe specializes in our EdgeConnect solutions. Most people sometimes don't know what that means, so I'm hoping that Joe will fill us in today. And I do want to mention that Joe went to UCLA. He's got a degree in computer engineering, but much like many of us, I'm always curious, how did you end up in this industry? So Joe, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, Bree, thanks for the intro. I've been with HPE for the past 6 years, and prior to that, I did 19 at Cisco. So I've been doing technical sales for 25 years. And does that make me a fossil?
No, not at all.
So, Joe, let's start off with maybe defining something. What do we mean when we say EdgeConnect? What does that mean?
Sure. EdgeConnect is Aruba's SD-WAN offering, and combined with the Secure Service Edge, it comprises Aruba's single vendor SASE solution.
Joe, may I ask, what does SASE stand for?
Yeah, Secure Access Service Edge.
So I always like to ask you, what kind of things surprise you most in your position? So what are the most unique customer challenges you've been able to resolve since you came to Aruba?
Yeah, sure. So in terms of surprises, it's usually how much people resist change. I mean, I've seen network engineers do unnatural acts to maintain the status quo, when it just a simple, elegant solution involves kind of letting go of the way we do it today and embracing change. And I guess a customer challenge, I had a really unique one where an aerospace company couldn't get clean video of launches and landings of their rockets because the antenna just shook violently. And as a result of that, the signal got disrupted and there was high loss, high latency, bad jitter. By using EdgeConnect WAN optimization, they were able to get clean video, even though there was vibration and jitter and high packet loss.
So, Joe, what are the most common misconceptions?
A really common one has to do with internet QoS. And while it's true that the native internet does not respect QoS markings, EdgeConnect has features that allow you to prioritize traffic and provide guaranteed loss, latency, and jitter characteristics for your high priority traffic, even when you're using broadband or DIA.
Joe, can I ask you a quick question on that? Doug and I are both from a telecommunications background. Can this be applied for a, let's say, VoIP cloud phone system for a customer?
Yeah, that's absolutely one of the most commonly used applications and use cases. And if your voice quality is suffering because difficult internet connections or bad loss latency and jitter characteristics, the EdgeConnect absolutely will help you clean that up.
Wow, that's really fascinating. So, Doug, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Joe and I work together on several accounts at Aruba. And I think it's really important that we share with our audience today what Joe brings into a meeting. So, what kind of customer needs would involve Joe's expertise? So, when we're going to see a client together, I'm bringing the Aruba portfolio, but Joe is coming to the table with getting other things solved. So, I'd love Joe to talk about that a little bit more in customer challenges and his creative ways to resolve them.
Yeah, and I always love hearing about customer challenges, and some of the fun of my job is coming up with creative ways and resolutions to solve those problems. Some of the use cases that are really in our wheelhouse are like WAN channel bonding for resiliency and zero hit failover to keep maximum uptime. WAN optimization is another sweet spot where we can take a circuit that might be low bandwidth or might have bad loss latency, jitter characteristics, and optimize that such that you get great performance. Another maybe for another podcast is the whole zero trust conversation. We have a great zero trust network access offering that can replace your VPN and provide you with a much leaner attack surface and a much better user experience.
I agree. I think that so many customers have zero trust projects and initiatives, and that would be a great topic for us to talk about next time.
Well, Joe, I want to thank you for joining us today on another series of Bre's Tech Talks. This was really interesting. I learned a lot. Are you guys available for people that want to learn more?
Yeah, absolutely. You can reach out to Bre or myself to set up a meeting or to learn more about our solutions. Just go ahead and look into the description section for our contact info, and looking forward to hearing from you.
Well, Joe, again, thank you very much indeed for an excellent podcast. Bre, as ever, always learn something on these Tech Talks. Looking forward to the next one. But for now, thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Doug. Bye.